Guest is a boxing Hall of Famer and the longtime trainer for Manny Pacquiao. On Saturday night, the 40-year-old Pacquiao impressed a lot of people with a split decision win over Thurman. Freddie, Roach, welcome.
Welcome.
To Undisputed. So good to have you. Were you surprised by Manny's performance this weekend?
No, I kind of expected his performance. We had a really good training camp, and his work ethic is just unbelievable. I mean, a 40-year-old guy still working as hard as he did when he was like 22. I mean, we've been together for 18 years, and going into the fight, I was really positive. The first round knockdown surprised me, yes, but it was like I said, the old man, he's back. And I saw that a little bit in the training camp, actually, and he was hungry for a knockout there, and then everything turned out pretty well for us.
But Freddie, it was stunning to see Manny. It looked like he had turned back the clock maybe 5 years. It looked like he was quicker, sharper, more explosive than I've seen him since pre-Floyd Mayweather fight.
I do agree with you, and he gave up his killer instinct a lot by he didn't want to hurt his opponents, and all he has to do is beat them. And after losing a couple bad decisions, that kind of went away a little.
So did you see a little more killer instinct?
Definitely, yeah. In this training camp, it was. Even in his last fight, it was a little more. He's shown a little bit more each fight, and then in this training camp, we definitely saw that killer instinct. And then in the first round, it was just, I was so happy. I said, the old man, he's back.
and the right hand, he had some new pop, man, because he was landing. He landed 82 jabs to Keith Thurman's 18.
He boxed a really good fight, and then the body shot was really maybe one of my best moments, because we worked on that so much in training camp, because we know that he's been hurt to the body before, and he kind of ran for about 2 minutes there, and I said, I hope the judge scored that a two-point round at least, because I think it was worth it. And Pacquiao, in the middle rounds, he did fatigue a little bit, but then the second win came through in the last couple rounds.
The 12th round, he
pulled it out.
Attack mode, man.
Yes.
Are you surprised you got a split decision and not a unanimous decision?
A little bit. I was surprised. I thought Manny dominated the fight, and I didn't think a split decision was the right call. And but judges in Las Vegas, what are you gonna do?
So let's get to what everybody cares about the most, and what Manny has been on a mission to accomplish, and that is a rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Can you see it happening fairly quickly?
I'm not sure, because Floyd walked out of the arena before the announcement of
on Saturday night.
And I guess he didn't want to get called out by Manny. And he is 42 now, and he's older than Manny, and Manny's performance was unbelievable, and I think that's why he kind of snuck out of there a little bit early. But I mean, this is why we're really in the game right now, because we want that rematch. I want that rematch, because Manny had an injury last time, but after the fourth round, he said, "Freddie, I can't throw it anymore," and I said, "Just do the best you can." And I know we can do so much better in the rematch, and I know we can win that fight. And it's like what me and Manny both want badly, and we would love to get that.
Go back to the fight. It was about 3 weeks before the bout, and you were in a sparring session. Manny tore his rotator cuff.
Yes.
Correct? And you asked for an injection, which you didn't file the correct paperwork for on the night of the fight. Is that?
Yeah, that was a little dodgy.
A little dodgy,
because we fill out the same paperwork that Mayweather did. And Mayweather was allowed to shoot his hands up because he has bad hands, and just with a painkiller, and we were allowed to use a painkiller also. And by the time we got ready to have the shot, the commission came in and says, If you do that, you're disqualified.
Okay.
And there's, I think Floyd got to somebody because he's a powerful person in boxing.
Especially in Las Vegas.
Especially, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Aha.
You mentioned the age. Florida will be, I don't think they'll fight. If the fight were to happen, I don't think it'll happen in 2019. It'll be 2020. Florida will be 43 in February. As we start to age, the reflexes start to go. But Floyd will not have fought in 2.5 years, hadn't had a meaningful boxing match since he fought Berto in 2015. How much will his skills have diminished if this fight were to happen, say, early next year?
Quite a bit, actually. I think, especially at his age, and he slow down a little bit. I think that he may need a tune-up fight before that fight happens. But sometimes tune-up fights don't always
exactly
always go the way you want.
Ask Anthony Joshua about a tune-up.
Mm-hmm. Yes, true. So the thing is, I think Manny's performance is going to scare him away a little bit. And come on, Floyd, one more time.
But the money won't scare Floyd away because Manny's performance is going to dynamite that purse sky high, right?
Definitely. And both guys to spend the money. Floyd seems like he spends his, Manny gives his away.
That is correct.
And he's the most generous person I've ever met in my life. Wow. He's just, he just wants to help the people. Yeah.
So both guys need the money, and the money would be there, especially after Saturday night's performance.
Definitely. I agree.
So would Manny need another fight, or would you rather Floyd be next?
No, Floyd be next.
Yeah.
Manny's he's always in condition, always doing something. I mean, the best part about it is that when he's home right now, he's not boxing. He's doing the Senate work and so forth. There's no wear and tear on him, and he's playing basketball every day, his favorite sport. And he has an indoor court at his house, and he hires people to come in and play against him, his team, and he has a lot of fun with the basketball.
But you look at the way Keith Thurman fought Manny. You know Floyd is not going to fight him like that.
No, Floyd will not fight him like that.
You know he's a pot shot artist. He's going to make you, okay, I'm over here, pop, pop. I'm over there, pop, pop.
Yeah, he's a sharpshooter. He's a very good boxer, and I think Manny just needs to put a lot more pressure on him. And I've had trouble getting Manny to put pressure on his opponents lately because, he said he doesn't want to hurt anybody. Mm-hmm. He just has to outscore them. But I think that's changed now, and I think the killer instinct will be back, and I think he will attack Floyd very aggressively this time.
You said before the Mayweather fight, in fact, I think you told me this for a piece I wrote for ESPN, that Manny's Christianity, he had become a born-again Christian somewhere in that range just before that, and you worried that had taken away too much of his attack mode and killer instinct to put somebody away, because the name of the game of boxing is to knock your opponent out.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a firm believer that every fight should end in a knockout. Because it takes the judges away, takes that split decision away.
Right.
And, I love knockouts. And at one time, Manny was like the knockout king. He was knocking everybody out. And then when, that change, it was really a good change for him in a lot of ways, family and so forth. He's a better father, better husband, and he's just a very good person. But it killed me a little bit because of his killer instinct went away a little bit.
So how did you talk him back into being a little more of a killer?
It's really, really difficult to fight the Bible.
It is.
It is.
It really is.
Definitely.
And just like I'm looking at quotes, an eye for an eye, or kill or be killed, and so forth. And I said, Manny, I said, after the bad decision in us with the Horn fight,
Jeff Horn.
And I think that was the trigger right there. He finally realized that he needs to start knocking people out again.
So what percentage of Manny at his peak did you see on Saturday night? What percent was he of the best Manny you ever saw?
Probably about 60%. Yeah, yeah, and he did really well. His attack mode was really aggressive, and I like when he actually dislikes his opponents. And this guy did me a favor by talking.